I need to think about it. I need to talk to my cousin Gary's wife's uncle's nephew's best friend's dog's owner about it at next year's family reunion. Where the fuck are you selling at? In Alabama? All jokes aside, if you're getting responses like this in your sales, it's not like happenstance or coincidence or anything like that. It's actually a very valid and logical response, especially in the customer's eyes. Why is that? Because you spoke to your customer's left brain hemisphere. Why the hell does that matter, Mason? I'm glad you asked. The brain doesn't matter in sales. You just read from the script and they buy, right? Actually, that's very incorrect. Go slap the fuck out of the person that told you that. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe because I drop new videos every week for insurance agents and salespeople to learn evergreen tactics on increasing their commissions and take home. I really just give you tactics that have stood the test of time, unlike other quote unquote trainers who sell you a get-rich-quick course or scheme. So subscribe so you never miss another video and you get to see me rant. In today's video, I'll explain why you're not making sales and how to fix it with one simple word shift. You see, when I first started, I approached this business very rationally and logically, like most would. I wasn't a people person, and it cost me a lot of time and money and mistakes. But I found a fix from one simple shift that I'll show you how to make in like 2 fucking seconds. You see, when you ask questions in a certain way, like asking, what do you think about this? What you're effectively doing is engaging the left brain hemisphere, which is responsible and logical in the house of rational thought. So of course, when you're logical in what's supposed to be an emotional exchange, it's only fair and reasonable that customers take time to process and think about it. Does that mean that they will? Probably not. You see, the left brain hemisphere takes these different parts and chunks and puts them together to a whole. It simplifies things, it packages it nicely and easily, and it cares about the facts and desires completion. That's why if something is predictable, it's boring, we tune it out. Like if someone sounds monotone, we can predict how they will sound or almost what they will say, and instead of wasting energy to listen, we tune out and daydream to preserve energy. It's a natural human biological thing. Now that you know why your customers are giving you these fake objections outside of knee-jerk reactions, like how you respond to the fucking Walmart employee that asks if they can help you and you say, I'm just looking. Let's look at the shift we need to make to actually fix this. Instead of asking what they think, we ask what they feel instead. By changing that one word, we light up different parts of neurology and begin to access and stimulate the right brain hemisphere, which I'm pointing to the left on your screen if you're watching, which is the domain of emotions, which will override logic every single day of the week. Most people do things to make themselves feel better about something or fill a void emotionally, which very rarely ever solves the root cause of the problem, but rather just mitigates the fucking symptoms. It's almost like a doctor. When you ask what they feel instead of what they think, you are talking to their limbic system, which houses the amygdala and the hypothalamus. And I'll break down why this is so important, especially in your sales. Let's say we're selling life insurance. Fear is going to be the driving factor to make most people make a decision. It's overwhelming for people to think about what happens to them and their genetics and their family in the event of death. It's natural to want to preserve your own biology. It's scary and it's uncomfortable for the people. When we get them scared of the consequences, meaning walking them through the reality that their family, in no better words, fucked without life insurance, their amygdala stimulates the hypothalamus, or in simple terms, ignites the fight or flight response, and the brain starts producing hormones like cortisol and adrenaline and overrides all the logic in the brain. And it tells the left brain what to do. You do whatever you can to get out of this fucking situation right now. And this is fear learning, and this doesn't mean be a dick and rub it in your customer's face like, haha, you're fucked. No, you help them understand the reality of not taking action. You help them understand that doing nothing has consequences too. And this fear learning is vital in survival because it establishes and develops an association between a certain situation and that feeling of fear, which when you can access and you teach them how to deal with it, because we understand the problem and how to fix it with life insurance. By doing so, we teach them to make an emotional but still educated decision on buying a policy, and we uphold the sale afterwards, after money exchanges hands, with logic. You're just using logic in the wrong part of the sale. So make this simple shift and ask them what they feel instead of what they think, and watch how much more successful you are in your sales journey. I know we as humans want to make things make sense for the most part. For just a minute, disregard the rationality and the logistics and just get people in their feelings. You want to talk to that 7-year-old up here calling the shots in their right side of the brain who doesn't want to feel anything bad. Because when you do that, you put a family in a way better financial and emotional position, and you teach them to be resourceful. You give them the identity change they need to become a better person. You walk them to the answer rather than giving the answer to them. And you salespeople are the closest things that we have to superheroes. Be fucking proud of what you're doing. If you know that you can help somebody, you have a moral obligation and a higher calling to do so and sell them what you have. That's what being a prosperitan is all about. Get out there and start solving people's fears, and you'll thank me later. That's all I have for this video. If you have any questions that you want answered or any videos you want me to cover, type them down, post them down below in the comments, and I'll do the first 10 because I love doing this for you guys. And if you're in the mood to learn some pretty crazy skills, I have the perfect video that you're gonna wanna watch next. So go ahead and click down here, and I'll see you over here.